Hello friends, welcome to my channel Creating Essence. I am Megan and I'm so glad you're here today. As promised in my last grocery haul, which I will link up here in an iCard as well as a link in the info box below, I did a what we eat in a week with my family using the groceries, or half the groceries really, from that grocery haul. Now that is a bi-weekly grocery haul and this has only been 1 week. Started Friday morning and it is Thursday night. So we do still have a week's worth of food left, but I did do a little video or a picture explaining what we ate for each meal. Good Friday morning. This morning is shopping day. So we're just working with odds and ends. We made up the last 10 eggs. There's 3 left there. And I made a big pitcher of smoothies. It had the last kiwis, an apple, about a ½ pound of kale, and we put in cacao powder and peanut powder so it tastes like chocolate peanut butter. We put in chia seeds for protein, and then some almond milk, and it's one of the kids' favorite ways to have smoothies. We call it the chocolate peanut butter smoothie. And I am having some leftover quinoa tabbouleh from the fridge because they drank it all. Alright, the kiddos are having a picnic lunch for Friday lunch because I have to put groceries away. They're having some of these from Aldi, a pack of raspberries from Costco, and some slices of nitrate-free salami. Good, guys? I'll be eating the same thing when I get groceries put away, but you know, mom life. Alright, it is Friday dinner and we almost finished eating before I remembered to film it. So these are bone-in chicken thighs. I got them on clearance. The grocery store today, you will see them in my last grocery haul up there. I just got basil from the garden and I pureed a whole bunch of basil with a few cloves of garlic, some sea salt, a little olive oil. Put these in the pan, skinned down, poured that mixture over it, and then just let them cook. Turned them a couple times to make sure the skin got nice and cooked, and that's it. Over here, we call this summer hash. This is just some diced potatoes, a couple of onions sliced, and we have summer squash diced up in there, and a little bit of corn kernel just because it kind of goes well with it. Just cook it in olive oil, salt, and pepper, and that's it. Yummy summer dinner. Happy Saturday morning. We're getting ready to have breakfast, but first we are going on a little road trip today. So I am packing a cooler of snacks to take along with us and keep us from making any kind of fast food or gas station pit stops, because you know kids get ravenous when they're bored. I'm packing the trusty old Igloo cooler we've had around since 2010. This is some chia pudding that I made. It is a really yummy paleo treat that the kiddos love. It's meant to sit overnight, but it'll be just fine sitting for a couple hours in the cooler. I have dry roasted unsalted peanuts, oranges for everyone, apples for everyone. We're not going to eat all of this food, but people like options. And we have hard-boiled eggs. Alright, Saturday morning breakfast. Kids and Josh are having a bag of 6 bagels. And everybody's having a little glass of pomegranate kefir. I am just having, these are some leftover Brussels sprouts from the other day. Usually when we have leftovers from meals, Josh takes them for lunches at work, but it's the weekend and he's not going to work till Tuesday, so I'm going to heat them up and eat them now with some mushrooms. They're just cooking them in a little olive oil and balsamic vinaigrette. Happy Sunday morning. Today for breakfast we are having fried eggs. I'm just frying them up with a little bit of Trader Joe's everything but the bagel seasoning. So everybody's going to have 1 or 2 eggs, and we call this vegetable hash, which is like a potato base, but it also has peppers, onions, and sour greens in it. And that is breakfast. It is Sunday lunch, and I made cold peanut noodles. I have the recipe for this on my Instagram, and the link is always in the info box below. Check it out if you'd like. But it's just a whole bunch of raw veggies, a little natural peanut butter, some sesame oil, and coconut aminos all mixed together, and rice noodles that have been rinsed with cold water, so it's a nice cooled kind of pasta dish. Happy Monday morning. We are having huevos rancheros, sort of. You gonna have another tortilla? I made quick corn tortillas. We've got stuff to top it with, like avocado, sour cream, homemade salsa. And this is it. I just fry an egg and put cheese on top. Nothing fancy, but it's delicious. Monday lunchtime, I made a quick batch of hummus. It's just chickpeas, lemon juice, olive oil, garlic, cumin, salt, and some tahini. And then various veggies to choose to dip. Salt if anybody wants it. And I've got a smoothie for myself because, yeah, I needed it. This cucumber came from our garden, which is awesome. And this is beet greens and kale from our garden, as well as a chunk of ginger, the little bit of kefir that was left over from a Saturday morning breakfast, and a banana. And lunchbox peppers, cherry tomatoes, carrot sticks, and yeah, that's lunch. Alright, it is Monday night, and I did a roaster chicken in the crock pot. I will put an iCard to my method for doing that. And sweet potatoes in the crock pot. I will now put a second iCard. And we've all kind of been snacking on fruit. It's a little late for our dinner, but we took a meal train. Actually of the same exact thing that I did in the oven instead, but had this cooking while we were delivering it. So, yeah, everybody's been munching on fruit while we waited, and now we're gonna have chicken and sweet potatoes. Oh, and this is what I make to go with the sweet potatoes. This is a block of the Kerrygold butter that I let soften to room temperature, and I mixed in raw honey and cinnamon, and we'll put a little scoop of this on each of the sweet potatoes. And that's dinner. It is Tuesday morning. The kids are having cinnamon raisin oatmeal. I just used the old-fashioned rolled oats and put cinnamon and raisins in the water before it comes to a boil, and that softens up the raisins and gets them nice and juicy. And then they like that's almond milk in it just to help it cool down faster, because real oatmeal holds on to its heat a lot. And Josh had one of his protein shakes, and I am having, these are the leftover veggies from yesterday's lunch, as well as some extra cucumbers. I got a cucumber from the garden and a hard-boiled egg, avocado, and hummus. It is Tuesday lunch. We are having part of a package of the Teton Waters Ranch grass-fed beef sausages and steamed broccoli. On top of it, we are having my cauliflower cheese sauce. If you don't know what this is, I will put an iCard to my cauliflower mac and cheese. It is just a smaller batch of that cheese sauce, and I'm putting it on top of the broccoli, so the kids are eating 2 vegetables and they don't know or they don't care, whatever. Josh took leftovers of the basil chicken and summer hash from earlier this week to work for his lunch. It is Tuesday night, and dinner is my beef egg roll in a bowl. I'll put up an iCard for that recipe, and garlic sauteed green beans. And Solomon's also eating the table. Good Wednesday morning. Today we're having eggs and toast. I put a loaf of bread in the bread machine, ground the grain, put it in the bread machine before bed last night, and just fried up an egg for everybody, and we're having the last of the cotton candy grapes for breakfast this morning. It is Wednesday lunchtime. I made another summer squash hash. This is a lot of bacon and garlic. There's a little bit of diced potatoes, 3 little diced potatoes in there just to add some texture to it, because you know summer squash can get a little mushy every now and then. And then we have carrot sticks, cucumbers, and lunchbox peppers with more hummus. And that is lunch today. Good Thursday morning. This morning we're having smoothies again. It was a long night and I just needed an easy win for breakfast.
Yes, I did.
So we made our chocolate peanut butter smoothies we love. I think I explained this on Friday, but if not, each pitcher, we made 2 pitchers this morning. Each pitcher is 3 bananas. We did a mango instead of an apple. A whole bunch of power greens, 1/4 cup of chia, 1/4 cup of peanut powder, and a 1/4 cup of cacao powder. Does it look very interesting? And just enough unsweetened original almond milk to make it go round. It is Thursday lunchtime. We have leftover pizza from last night that I heated up under the broiler. I cut each slice in half and everybody will have one of those. We have leftover garlic sauteed green beans, an egg roll in a bowl, and we also have an avocado salad because we had 3 avocados to use. It's just the 3 avocados, a bunch of halved grape tomatoes, and some balsamic and basil vinaigrette that I made, which is just avocado oil, balsamic vinegar, salt, pepper, a clove of garlic, and some basil from the garden. So everybody will get a slice of pizza, choose some vegetables, and then we have salami to add to it for some more protein and healthy fat. Thursday night dinner, and we are having homemade beef and broccoli with brown rice. It's evening. So I cooked up some brown rice just with a little bit of sea salt. And I made the beef and broccoli myself. This is just a pound of beef stew meat. I cut it up against the grain so it is really tender and thin. 3 heads of broccoli with a bunch of garlic, and it's cooked in sesame oil and olive oil. I made the sauce with some ginger, some coconut aminos, and homemade beef stock from the freezer. Pulled that out to make the sauce. Added a little bit of that, and then I added some arrowroot powder just to thicken it a little so it wasn't soupy. Now inevitably, especially with 5 growing kids, people ask about snacks. Truthfully, we don't do much for snacks. We do fresh fruits and vegetables like the apples, bananas, mango, kiwi, some of the dried fruit, the nuts, or things like the raw carrots from the fridge. It's currently some wild berry seasons, and we have a couple of patches of wild blackberries that are ripe right now, so the kiddos will go out and pick some of those and have a bowl of them for a snack. But that's really it. We don't do any snacks if it's around an hour or less before a meal, because I truly believe kids need to eat balanced meals. If they have eaten an excellent balanced meal and within an hour so they're hungry again, I am happy to refuel them. Sometimes kids are growing and they need more fuel. I am careful though to give them protein, because things that are carby and starchy and sugars will not stick with them as long, because it just tells their metabolism, give me more food, whereas protein will stick with them longer. So that's usually when I give them something like nuts, or once in a while some cheese or something. But let me show you what is left of that fruit that we got on Friday. So we got about 20 pounds of bananas and we have about 10 pounds left. Some of them are starting to get kind of brown and soft, so we will be using them in things like our crock pot steel cut banana bread oatmeal. That is a paleo recipe. Let me know if you want the recipe. I will include that for you all. The mangoes, we only have one left of 6. They were ripe, so they go fast, so we gobbled them up. We have 3 out of 6 kiwi left, and we have probably a third of the apples left. And I said in that grocery haul that we did spend around $400. Now, some of that was pantry and freezer staples that we'll be using for months, but let me show you our refrigerator so you can see just how much is left for this next week before we do grocery shopping again. So this is a quick peek at the fridge. We still have 1.5 things of almond milk. I haven't gotten around to making the yogurt yet, so we still have the milk. And then we have leftovers from different meals we haven't used up yet. Some deviled eggs, still some salad greens and bacon, some cheeses, and different veggies all the way down in those drawers as well. So that $400, including those pantry and freezer staples, we still definitely have plenty of food left for the next 2 weeks. The fresh meats that I got have been used up by now, so we'll be pulling proteins from the pantry, like whole roaster chickens or some of those chicken thighs on the bone that I purchased, as well as beef from our half a cow that we buy once a year. Let me know if you all have any questions. I'd be happy to share any recipes or any strategies or just how we handle things in general. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more videos like this, subscribe to our channel. Bye-bye, friends.